All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. So, Oklahoma's indoctrination into the SEC didn't go as planned last year as the Sooners went 6-7 while just winning two games within the conference. But oh, what a difference that a year has made for the Sooners, who are looking like they're going to be playoff bound for the first time since 2019. Now, right now, Oklahoma is 8-2, and after Saturday night's upset win on the road against Alabama, they'll definitely be ranked in the top 10 of the new college football playoff rankings this week. Now, yes, the Sooners have a pair of losses on the docket this season. They lost to Texas and Dallas, and then, of course, they lost at home to Ole Miss. But this month, we're talking about an Oklahoma team who just picked up consecutive road wins over Tennessee and Alabama, as Nealon and Bryant Denny are both not easy places for road teams to win, especially in the evening. And this is, and on top of that, when Tennessee and Alabama are both ranked like they are, the bottom line is the Sooners' defense has really been up for the challenge this year, folks. They're 11th in the nation in defense. We saw them just force three turnovers against this Alabama offense, an Alabama offense that had been clicking ever since the opening season or the season opening loss to Florida State. Three turnovers last night, Oklahoma forced, including that pick six, that 87-yard interception return for a touchdown. And of course, the Sooners were able to do it this Saturday without the services of R. Mason Thomas on that D line. And we know the type of impact player that he is. He's been out with that injury ever since, he returned that turnover for a touchdown against Tennessee. But this defense under head coach Brent Venables just knows how to get after you. They know how to go out there and make plays. Now, offensively, we saw Oklahoma get quarterback John Mateer in the transfer portal from Washington State. The second half of the season has not been great for him, but the bottom line is he has been good enough for the Sooners to keep going out there and winning games. And speaking of Brent Venables, there were some who might have thought, well, that hot seat might be a little bit warm coming into the season following Oklahoma's 6-7 campaign last year. I guarantee you it simmered down if it was hot. You look at Oklahoma right now and their chances to make the playoffs. Well, they've got two games left. They've got Missouri at home and they've got LSU at home. The Sooners are definitely going to be favored in each one of those games. And if the Oklahoma can find a way to finish this season 10-2, they're more than likely going to not get to Atlanta for the SEC championship game. But the fact that you're going 10-2 in the SEC, 6-2 within conference play, I'd be hard pressed to see the Sooners not make the playoff. I look at it right now. I think Texas A&M and Georgia, they're more than likely going to get in. Ole Miss is definitely in that conversation. They only have one loss. Their one loss came to Georgia. Alabama, even in spite of the loss, I think Alabama is definitely still in the mix. Oklahoma's right there. I know some folks are talking about Texas, but we just saw Texas lose on Saturday night to Georgia. And on top of that, that's their third loss of the season. They have two conference losses and, of course, the season opener to Ohio State. So, nonetheless, I think Texas is going to be on the outside looking in. But I think it's very probable that we see five SEC teams get into the college football playoff. And I think Oklahoma is going to be in that mix. And for the Sooners, what a difference that a year has made, because you look at it last year. In 2024, Oklahoma was simply besieged by injuries. Okay. And then, of course, on top of that, we saw them lose quarterback Jackson Arnold in the transfer portal as he went to Auburn, and things look lost for this program. But credit to Brent Venables, he has righted the ship. The Sooners team continues to play strong, and it's one of those where, like I said, I think they're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be a very exciting team, I do believe, in the playoff, and I think they're going to be a very tough out for somebody, whether because I probably don't see them getting a first round bye. But nonetheless, I think at some point the Sooners are going to be a tough out for somebody in this postseason. But again, another big win for Oklahoma. Credit to Brent Venables because he had his team ready to play on Saturday against Alabama. Again, Brian Denny is not an easy place to play, especially the way that Alabama had been rolling, especially on offense. But you know what? Oklahoma is showing that they belong in the SEC. They can rub their elbows with the big boys of the conference. And I think when it's all said and done, come next month, we're going to be talking about the Sooners team being playoff bound. But folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank each and every one of you for checking out the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. And as always, if you like what you heard and saw in this podcast, you know what to do. Just hit that like button as well as subscribing to this channel. And like I always say, it's greatly appreciated. Also, if you are on the X, formerly known as Twitter, you can check me out anytime at 300 Pounds of Sports. And if you give me that follow, I will do the same in return. And that also goes for Instagram, where you can check me out at 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge. Also, if you are on Facebook, definitely check out the Sports Depot 365. And as far as I'm concerned, one of the better sports groups going on social media. But until next time, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I'm signing off, and I'm saying thanks once again for checking out the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Be well, everybody.